Peace. Welcome to Essence Tarot, and this is going to be what the Divine Masculine feels about his Divine Feminine. Okay, so let's see what's going on. Alright, so we do have the Star card. Okay, so they're looking forward to the future with hope and optimism. Okay, the power of faith that move mountains. Okay, happy changes bring relief in challenging times. Alright. So this masculine does miss his divine feminine, okay, in many ways than others, okay. He might have not, expressed it because he has a funny way of expressing his feelings because he still has to work on his attachment to himself, but he does and is planning on looking to the future with his divine feminine. So let's see why Spirit. We have the Star card. Okay, so we do have, you got obstacles and challenges. All right, so this masculine knows that he has to shed many egos and prides before he can actually get through. He knows that this connection between you and him is taking you guys on a huge shift as well as many journeys, okay, that you guys are facing. A lot of connections we do face, obstacles and challenges, trials and tribulations, okay? And it's no coincidence that came out, okay? So that's run off the back. Okay, so we do have finances, material changes, all right? So, this masculine does want to get his priorities in order, okay, before coming into this union. He wants to be financially stable. He wants to have a place, a car. He wants to have money saved away before he can actually come to, the point of loving someone, loving you. He wants to be worthy, not just on a spiritual level, but on a physical as well. So let's see. And some of these masculines feel like they haven't reached that, and that's why a lot of masculines are pulling away because they was like, well, if I'm supposed to be married, or I'm, in a situation like this, I'm supposed to have what I need to have to support my divine feminine and, the journey that we're supposed to be on. Okay, so a lot of them face challenges when it comes to finances, okay? We do have the light, okay? So he does feel the connection. He does feel that you are a divine, okay? He does miss, miss the connection you guys share on 5D, okay? This masculine here does, okay? You got transformation, okay? So he does have to end an old situation in order to move forward to a new. Some of these masculines might have been with the wrong person, and they have built and established a life and career in that lifestyle where they have to end that situation in order to continue on to their journey with you, okay? So they know this, okay? They know they have to close that chapter because this is a connection that's beyond that, all right? All this that they tried to build, getting what they got, they work hard. Some people just don't like to start all over. But in this case, this master, no, he does. He has to leave behind his future. That's why he got the transformation. He has to change his old ways as well as leave his old life behind for this connection. Let's see what else, Spirit. Okay. So they do miss you. They do miss the connection. Okay. They just can't get away from it. Okay. They can't get it out their minds. All right. The connection out of their minds. They feel great love within them that's just brewing. Okay. They feel like they know who you are. They know exactly what they gotta do. When it comes to, mentally, okay? They know exactly what they gotta do. They just can't escape. Okay. They know they can't escape. And they try plenty of times, okay? But it's causing them to miss you, okay? You got rest and rejuvenate, okay? So it's causing them to feel like, all right, some of them might have lost a lot of finances. Some of them might have lost and have to, give up their old ways, okay? All this material gain that they balanced and finances that they built. They have to leave it all behind. A lot of them just afraid. For those who like married or something like that, they don't want, to pay for divorce and all that stuff, or child support and stuff like that. Or if they with somebody, they might have moved in with this person and they don't want to, they didn't want to, break a lease because it might have caused them a penalty or some kind of shape or form where it's causing this masculine or financial situation due to this life change, okay? Back in the days, it caused this masculine fear, but regardless, they were losing it anyway, okay? So do have the rest and rejuvenate, all right? So this masculine is taking the time, okay? He is taking the time to focus on the journey, okay? He is realizing what's going on here. He is realizing that it's definitely deeper, and it has put him through a big 3D obstacle as well as a 5D one, okay? Like, you're actually changing this masculine and you're not even present within his life. So it's pissing him off, but it's also making him feel secure because he thought that he was secure in the life that he had, okay? So he is definitely ready, to become a new person and start a new journey with the divine feminine, okay? Eventually, when they come out of this rest and rejuvenate frequency, okay, they're gonna be a definite new person, okay? They're gonna be a new person, and they're gonna be ready to take on this new challenge. All right. So let's see what else. So this old person, okay, you have deception and envy, okay. So like I said, they had to get away from that toxic situation because it didn't serve them best, and this is why you got the transformation card, because they were not being themselves completely in that situation, and they know it, okay? They know that they have not been the best of themselves, okay? They know they have not been themselves, and they know they've been living a false dream. So why this I just did a masculine reading where he was in hermit mode and actually doing his work, and I can see why, because he's really been focused on understanding his connection with the divine, and why the divine wants the masculine to be with the divine feminine so much, and not, he's pretty much asking spirit, why her and not what I chose, But, divine is just pretty much telling him, because that's just not him or her, in a karmic situation, or any away from their divine. It's just not for you, and they just have to accept it. All right. So you got the fact that they had to move forward. And a lot of them just didn't. They believe that they are in power. And that's why I tell people, free will is not free. Because if you had that much power, you wouldn't be suffering now. Okay. So let's see. Even in a divine connection, you don't have that much power. All you have to do is stay in your power and love yourself. Okay. Because even universe will stop you from trying to intervene in what they're trying to do. They're trying to, build this person up from a low frequency that you just can't come, you can't, descend to a low frequency and not get caught up into darkness. So divine tried to keep us apart until we actually have that balance again. Okay. Some of us are just not strong enough to go down to the dark side and save our partner. Okay. So what the divine does, since it's transparent, it can go down and get, since it doesn't have a physical form, it just goes down energetically and gets the masculine or the divine feminine who's stuck in darkness and helps them out. So our job is to use our intuition, which is our inner selves, to only transpire through energy, okay? Because that's the only way. If we get stuck in temptation or fall in Pandora's box with this masculine, we're going to get caught up. Some of us experience this shift when we try to, tap into low frequency, because we start to fall for the illusion again. Okay, we start to fall for the illusion. And that's how you know when you're descending, when you forget that it's it's an energetic connection. Okay, it's two souls meeting in the flesh, but the flesh needing to catch up with itself. Okay, we get stuck in the reality that our masculine or divine feminines are dealing with other sources, okay, outside of ourselves, and not realizing the connection is stronger than that, deeper than that, and bigger than that, that the body is not completely connected to itself. That's why it's out of line, okay, and that we cannot help them on a physical level. We can only help them on a 5D, because that's where they can hear and see our original selves. So let's see what else, Spirit. What is the divine masculine? Feel towards his divine feminine. Okay, so he does feel like he's, played a dangerous game. Okay, didn't treat you right. All right. While this masculine was stuck in his egotistical, low frequency, he's definitely showed his ugly side, which was the ego side. It didn't treat you well, and he feels like, he is definitely sorry for doing so. He just still working on ego. Okay, I just seen 1111. Okay, he's still working on ego. So let's see. So we do have the fact that he will change. Okay, he will cross over to the other side. He will cross over from this dark side to that light side. And he does realize he's in. That's why he's isolating himself. Okay, he's definitely know he wasn't himself in that realm. Okay, that's not who he is, because on the 5D plane, you, the divine feminine, as well as his soul, you guys are all working together to show him the way. Okay, and eventually he's going to cross over. Okay. Okay, so he's going to cross over, and he's going to stay on the divine side. He's going to stay right where he needs to be once he's crossed over to the light side. Okay, once he's transitioned and he realized that he had his hands in the dirt the whole time, he will clean it off, and he will stay clean. Okay, he will no longer want to be that toxic. He will no longer want to be his own enemy. Okay, because he sees how hard, that he's tried. Okay, so we do have true love. The situation involved. This romance. Okay, this is the romance of a lifetime. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm channeling my twin flame is clearly telepathically connected to me, but he always do that when I'm focused. Okay, but anyway, you got true love. Okay, this situation. Okay, is a romance of a lifetime. Okay, so you don't want to. This masculine here doesn't want to give up. All right, despite what his physical body is doing, energetically he is just going hard in the paint. All right, for the connection. And yes, he's pulling himself in, and eventually he will come in. Okay, so we do have romantic feelings. Okay, your feelings are real and worth exploring. So he knows now that the connection is definitely real. Okay, and worth exploring. That he no longer wants to fall for temptation anymore. Okay, so let's see what else the masculine has to say. I don't want to keep this video too long. Alright, so let's see. I do care about you. Okay, so they do care about you. They do have sex. Okay, so they do miss you, and you guys are definitely twining on 5D energetically. Okay, pay attention to your body language. He is definitely mating with you on a 5D, where you guys start feeling the vibrations, the heat flashes and stuff. You do have divine love. Okay, so like I said, on the 5D, he's definitely connecting to you and does want to manifest in the physical to do that as well. Okay. Let's see what else. Okay. Let's see. Sorry, y'all. Oh. These cards are popping out like wildflies. Alright, so we got a couple of them. So we do have, pay attention to the red flags. Okay. So, this masculine knows that he was definitely in a low frequency, okay? It was only because he was unhappy, all right? He was definitely unhappy and he was broken, all right? He was definitely depressed and he had a mask on, all right? So he was definitely depressed because of the situations that he was dealing with. He just like he's feeling really down. A lot of them are falling into depression. Okay, let me see what else, Spirit. Okay, so we do have a new. You have a new start is coming. So a new start is definitely gonna happen for this masculine. This is why he's pulled away. Where's the other card? Where'd you go? There you go. He's definitely pulled away. And you have look at the bigger picture. Okay, the bigger picture is the connection. Okay, it's bigger than just the physical flesh. The physical flesh is temporary. Bring love into the situation. Okay, so look at the bigger picture. You know, like I said, use your discernment when it comes to this connection with your masculine. Your masculine is definitely apologizing to you on the 5D if they haven't already apologized in the physical. Okay, so pay attention to the signs and synchronicities and your connection with your divine. Now, any and everybody can be, if they are naturally created by the universe, you will get universal signs. Whether you've met your twin flame or whether you've not met your twin flame, you are still in a divine union if you're created naturally. Okay, I'm not talking about, artificial beings, robots and shit like that, because it's possible. But I'm talking about you divine connections who know who you are. Okay, you are still connected to the source, and there is someone out there for you. So if you truly want to find your own divine partner, if you're karmic and you don't know and you're confused, tap into your divinity, okay, so that you can establish the path. Okay, the more connected you are to your purpose and your path, the more you can see the way to guide you to your partner. The more they will show themselves, the more they will show where they're located, the more that you're guided to them, the more that you're pulled away from a toxic relationship to get in a new relationship with this person. Everybody you meet, you don't have to fall in likes with, because nobody really knows what love truly is. Because we fall in love with the flesh and not fall in love with the spirit. Okay, everybody's not falling in love. Everybody's falling in love conditionally. Everybody wants the picket fence, wants the marriage, wants this, wants that. But divine connection is unconditional. You travel infinitely. You speak infinitely. So it needs to be unconditionally when you love someone. Okay, so I'm going to cut this here because I don't want to leave the video too long. Peace and blessings to you all. Make sure to subscribe, please.